Hey, I'm Munchadessa the Dungeon Master, and welcome to Munchadessa's Dungeon Master Masterclass. This is Chapter 3, Video 2, which is How to Find Players. Now, this is a super broad term, and we're going to break it down into sections that we're going to go over in the next videos of this chapter. But just as an overview, how you find players is complicated. And at this point, one of the most complicated parts of being a professional dungeon master. So let's crack this nut open and get into exactly what it takes to find players for your games. Now, there's different types of games that you're going to find players for, and different players will sign up for different types of games. You've got one shots, you have reoccurring campaigns, and you have like specialty custom games. Now, the difference between these, if a specialty custom game is you're going to charge more because it's going to be a person that comes to you and says, hey, I have this special idea in mind for a game I want to play with my friends. You're not really doing any recruitment, and they're just hiring your services as a GM. That's not going to happen until you've already established yourself as a dungeon master, probably. But for those players, obviously, we're not even really advertising. We've gotten that out of the way. Now, for the second type of player, to get reoccurring campaigns, well, we're going to get reoccurring campaigns from the players from our one-shots. So we start off with the one-shots, right? Now, when you set up a one-shot Dungeons & Dragons game, okay, you're going to want to set up a game where you're going to try to recruit people from all over one at a time. So the players in the game don't know each other. It is not an established party. So you can advertise across multiple platforms. You advertise the most for a one shot than you do for anything else, okay? The purpose being, you advertise for a one shot. You're going to make posts. Where do you're going to make the posts? Okay, you're going to make posts on Reddit. I'll have a list that'll come out with this video that'll have exactly the places where I make my posts. But you're going to be posting on Reddit. You're going to be posting on Twitter, if you happen to have a decent Twitter. You're going to be in Facebook groups that are looking for group pages on Facebook. You're going to go on, if you're running your game on Roll20, you're going to take advantage of Roll20's game finding listing system. If you are on any other games that happen to have a forum, you're going to be looking at that forum. If you're playing a specialty game, you're going to go and look on Facebook and find groups for that particular game. Say you're playing Mutant Epoch, you're going to find Mutant Epoch groups. You're going to post your listings there. And you're going to use your organic social media reach, which is a huge deal. If you've done the stuff in Chapter 2, you've already built yourself up a little bit of a brand. So now when you start recruiting out, people are already watching that are kind of into your content. And they go, oh, I can pay $10 and I can play in this one shot. Okay, fine. Now, once you get them to play in the one shot, you're going to put them on a Discord server or a Facebook group or emailing list, however it is that you are managing your game. I suggest using a Discord server, okay, or a Facebook group. So you get them in there. Now they're essentially on a mailing list. You have them in a place with all your other players that are willing to pay money. You play that game. You make a little bit of money from it. And we're going to talk about exactly what to type in your listing and where to post it exactly a little later on. But we're going over kind of the theory of it. So you're going to broadly advertise for a one-shot, build up a group of people that are willing to play in your one-shot. So you're going to do this a few times. You're going to do it a couple of times a week for 3 weeks, right? Do 6, 7, 8, 10 of them. And then once you have, say, 5 people per game for each of these one-shots, if you successfully advertise them, which we're going to go over in the next video, then you're going to have a base of 25, 30 people that you're going to be able to come to with the offer for a reoccurring campaign. So you're going to come up to them and say, hey, you've showed up and done a one-shot with me for $10. You saw it was fun. You did it. Have a good time. So for $15 or $20 or $25, whatever your price is that you decide to set it at, and we'll go over what to set your price at later as well. You're going to go up to them and you're going to say, hey, I'm setting up, I'm running Curse of Strahd, or I'm running whatever game, whatever campaign, a homebrew campaign, and I'm looking for players. So it's $15 a piece, and it's more immersive than a one-shot, and yada, yada, yada. It's going to run for this amount of time. And you already have a market there. You already have the people there ready for your game. They've played with you before. You've met them in person. You know how they play. And that's how you're going to build up your player base that you're going to draw your games from. Okay? So just to go over what we learned in this video, to make it very clear. Step 1. set up one-shot adventure games. Okay? Advertise them very broadly everywhere you can for free. Okay? Get in players at a low price point into a mailing list or a Discord server or a Facebook group. Then you advertise to that group of already paying players for your reoccurring campaigns that cost more money. And that's how you upsell them into a reoccurring campaign and find players and build a player base. Now, this is very important. Now, we're going to go over in the next videos exactly what to say in your listings. Exactly. We're going to have a list in the email that comes with this video or in the description of this video that's going to tell you exactly where I post and give you examples of places you can post. And it's also going to go over what prices you should go charge and why, and we're going to do all of that later. But so I hope this video has been informative, and I'll see you here in chapter 3 section 4.